Hello everyone and welcome back to the bench. Today we have an Icom F100 series radio. This is an F110 to be exact, and apparently it has LCD issues. I've got a big pile of these radios and I went through and programmed them all and marked down what was wrong with some of them, so let's figure out what these issues are and fix it. Well, there you go. So, it is changing channels. Everything else seems to be working on it. So it must be, it could be dirty contacts, could be ribbon cable, but I don't think it's a voltage issue or a regulator issue or anything like that. So this will probably be an easy one. Let's just plug this in briefly. I just want to wiggle this around and see if the ribbon cable is perhaps our culprit here. Which doesn't appear to be. So there's probably some coffee or a drink spilled in here. And that's okay. We'll figure it out. So let's pull this cable, just kind of unplugs. Just need some leverage on it. And our speaker cable. And that's out. Volume knob just pulls off. And then we should have two screws that hold this in. This board will lift out. And you can already see this is pretty dusty. This LCD should have stayed into the base when I lifted this out, so it's sticking to it, which tells me that it's had liquid spilled in here. You can see all the dust stuck to the front there. So this, the buttons and the case will throw everything in the sink. The speaker's glued in, unfortunately. I don't really feel like cutting it out and re-gluing it, so I'll just be very gentle. I'll run this through the kitchen sink with dish soap in warm water and just try not to splash the speaker at all. And here, we want to kind of keep this all in order. See, there's these two prongs on the tin that slide into the board. So we know that's the correct positioning. I want to just kind of, there we go, pull all that out in position so I know it's the correct way when I put it back. Clean all this with alcohol and a Q-tip. Yeah, that's like coffee or soda or something that's been spilled in there. The zebra strip's pretty dirty too. So all this we'll clean by hand. And looking at the board here, you can see all this shmoo has gotten into the contacts for the zebra strip. That's definitely why we're only seeing a few characters on the LCD. So I can just rub that off right now, put it back, and it should work. But we'll give this thing a full cleanup. So we cleaned the housing here. I did that in the kitchen sink. I cleaned up the LCD screen as well. Just use a Q-tip and some isopropyl alcohol. The zebra strip as well, I removed it from the LCD. As you can see, here's all the different pieces, different layers. So we got the glass screen, the little backlight, whatever diffuser that is. Zebra strip's nice and clean. I didn't show that on camera because it's boring. And this I just did under the sink. This goes this way. And that's that. Also cleaned this with a Q-tip and rubbing alcohol, or sorry, isopropyl alcohol. So that can go back on there. Buttons cleaned up pretty well. All this can basically just go back in the same way it came out. Everything looks pretty good. Excessive gas concentration. Every time I use even the slightest little drop of isopropyl alcohol, that gas detector goes off. And it's probably doing it for a reason, because it's not good. But it is what it is. Put this little ground clip back on. Okay. Okay. What's going on here? There we go. That spring's working so well. Alright, let's try this out. Hey, there we go. Seems to be working. Let's put this back together. Alright, well this one seems to be good to go, so we ended up cleaning up all the crap on here too. There's a bit of goo still here, but yeah, we'll move on to the next one. I got a few of these to work on, so thanks for watching.